What is going on, everybody? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Wednesday MLB edition of my DFS podcast. I will be discussing the main slate in this video, as I usually do. We have 8 games on the main slate, 2 after-hour games, most likely going to be playing that slate, and we also have the Charles Schwab PGA tournament tomorrow. It's a pretty damn good field. So expect that golf content on my website, later on tonight. Just, put my Twitter notifications on so you know when everything gets posted. Give this video a like. Make sure you're subscribed. As usual, I will be talking about a pitcher, 2 infield and 2 outfield value plays. We had a great night last night. Swept the board on the main slate. Hybrid, cash, GPP lineups all did really well. It was nice to see that. We were due. My Celtics finally, performed, won that much-needed Game 4. We go to Game 5 on Thursday back in Boston. We get the night off tonight from NBA, seeing as there's no more Nuggets-Lakers series due to that sweep. So still plenty of stuff tonight. The early slate, last time I checked, was looking pretty damn good for those 5 MLB early games. So we'll see how that pans out. Let's have another great main slate tonight. Let's have a nice after-hour slate and roll into the golf tomorrow morning. So for pitcher, you have Bryce Miller, who's looked really good for the Mariners this year, but he's 10,900. He is a huge favorite. The Athletics are pretty bad, but, I've seen some good games out of him, but I don't know if I've seen enough to pay almost 11,000 for him. Maybe in GPPs, he's looked really good. He's gone at least 6 innings in all of his starts. For $1,300 less, I like Senga on the Mets. 9,600 in Chicago. Wrigley Field has winds blowing in at 20 miles an hour tonight. This matchup between Senga and Stroman has an over-under of only 7. Both teams are decent hitting teams, but they're not like phenomenal offenses. And with the wind blowing 20 miles per hour in from left field, these pitchers see a huge bump. Obviously, with those types of wins, home runs turn into flyouts. There's a reason why it's only a 7 over-under. I like Senga in this position at 9,600. I do think the Mets offense is a little bit better than the Cubs offense, so I'm going to go with Senga over Stroman, although Stroman could do really well as well in Wrigley. 3 out of his last 4 games, he's looked really good. He's gotten 7 or more strikeouts in 3 of those 4 games. Got only 4 against the Rockies, but he had a quality start. No earned runs in the win. He got 40. He's averaging 31 on the year, and that's basically what he needs for value tonight. I think he's in a really good spot. At Cincinnati, he got a little bit tagged up, but that's a tough park to pitch in. It's a way better pitching environment tonight in Wrigley with those huge winds blowing in. For the infield, there's 3 teams that are my favorite stacks on the night. Obviously, Miami at Coors Field. We stacked Soler and Garrett Cooper last night. They both went yard. That was huge. I had them in 100% of my lineups. So the Marlins in Colorado, San Diego at Washington. It's a 10 over-under. They're favorites. The Padres scored, I think, 7 runs last night. That whole middle of the lineup homered. You had Soto, Bogarts, and Cronenworth all homer last night. And then the Mariners as well. The Mariners are minus 300 favorites at home again against the Athletics. It's like an 8.5 total. So, they're expected to score 6+ runs tonight as well. So those are my favorite 3 teams. Marlins, Padres, Mariners. That is who we're going to feature 4 bats in this video. Cronenworth batting either 5th or 2nd. There seems to be no in between with him. With the righty on the mound and Trevor Williams, there's a good chance he bats 2nd tonight. 2,800. A really good price, especially if you're stacking Padres. He's a little inconsistent, only bats 215. So if you want to make the argument that he's, only worthy of a GPP risk, that's fine too. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. It's only 3:30 Eastern in the afternoon. We have like 4 hours until lock. So he's just someone you want to keep an eye on. just because, the Padres should score a handful of runs once again tonight against Trevor Williams, who has a 4.5 almost ERA. Then for third, going to the Mariners, Suarez projected to bat fourth. He could easily bat fifth. One or the other. Draws an awesome matchup, righty-lefty, against Ken Waldichuk of the Athletics. I'm actually pretty proud of myself for sounding that one out on the first try. 6.85 ERA, so, he doesn't look good at all. The Mariners should be able to hit the ball at home here tonight. He's kind of in the same boat as Cronenworth. Doesn't have a good average, but he has great upside. He's on a team that is projected to score runs tonight. I would compare Suarez and Cronenworth pretty close to each other tonight. They're right around the same price, and they have the same risk. So if you want to put Suarez in that GPP lineup, in that category, that makes a ton of sense as well. But one way or the other, Suarez is worth looking at sub 3,000 tonight. Then for the outfield, we're going to go back to the Padres. Tatis, all things that I've looked at have him as the highest projected position fantasy scorer tonight. Only 3,700, should be leading off. Good chance at getting 5 at-bats. He unfortunately did not join the party last night. 0 for 3 with only a walk and an RBI. But it's Fernando Tatis. His average is a little lower than we'd expect as, one of the best hitters in the league, but he's kind of still getting his feet under himself. This is a great spot, like I was mentioning, with Cronenworth tonight against Trevor Williams. He's going to get 4 at-bats leading off. Decent chance at 5 if they cycle through that lineup like they're supposed to tonight. Again, it's a 10 over-under. It's only a tick below the Coors Field over-under, so we're going to want to target these Padres. Tatis just shouldn't stay at 3,700. He's like a 44. He should be right around Ronald Acuna territory. In my opinion, he has that kind of talent, so we will take him at 3,700. And then Soler, easy play. He was 3,500, I think, last night too. Had him in all my lineups at Coors Field. Carl Kaufman, 8.3 ERA for the Rockies. I'm stacking Marlins again. They're not really too expensive. Soler most likely going to be in 100% of my lineups again tonight. He had a double late in the 9th inning last night as well, an RBI double. He hit in Bertie, I'm pretty sure. So that helped a lot. 28 fantasy points. He's going to get 4 at-bats. Like I said, the Marlins right up there for highest projected team total tonight at Coors Field. Soler should be over 4,000 tonight. So we're going to pick him in the outfield as well. That'll do it for this video, guys. Give it a like. Make sure you're subscribed. Head over to my website, fd-guru.com, for all DFS content needs. And let's have a huge night tonight. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I'm signing off. See ya.